Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the show. Listen, I'm glad to have everyone here. Now, here's the thing. I've been examining something called stablecoins, and they're popping up everywhere. And the reason why they're going to pop up so fast, almost every company is going to have them. And the reason why they're going to pop up so fast, massive movement into stablecoins, is think about it. Say it actually turns your corporation or your company into a bank. Because anybody who, you create your stablecoins, create as many of them as you want. They're pegged to the dollar. Now, anybody who comes in and buys those stablecoins, basically it's like starting a bank account with you. And those stablecoins are pegged to the dollar that they buy. So say you got a new Facebook coin, and you go and you buy $100 worth of these Facebook coins. Well, you'll have 100 of these Facebook coins sitting on your account. They just got your dollars that you just paid for those coins. One way, that takes liquidity out of the system. It's taking liquidity out of the regular banking system, and it's putting it into Facebook's basically a bank. It's like a bank. Way of putting it. The only difference between them and a bank is they're not a lending institution. They don't do fractional reserve lending. But basically, it's like a bank account now you have with Facebook with these coins in it. And it has another interesting effect. Let's get right into it, and let's start the charts right here and take a look at what effects it has. Facebook coin could drive mass adoption of cryptos, says a study concludes. Facebook and Samsung are both joining the stablecoin craze. Stablecoins are becoming an integral part to Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets. Stablecoins are getting more popular. I guess they're gonna grow like crazy. Think about it. If you're a corporation or something, you say you create $200 million worth of stablecoins. Well, you've basically just like you've created money from thin air. And then anybody who comes in and buys those stablecoins and they're basically creating a bank account with you. You've got to have the liquidity on hand, of course, to cover those coins that they purchased. But you got to understand something, that an awful lot of people are going to start. It's like a bank account. They're going to leave their money in there. Like you might get John Doe, and he might buy 100 stablecoins with Facebook. That's $100, and he takes that $100 out of his bank, takes and deposits it into his Facebook account with his new Facebook coins. Now, is he going to spend that whole 100? Well, maybe, but maybe not. Maybe he'll only spend $10 of it, and so that $90 now is going to be sitting on these Facebook account like 90. It's almost like a bank account. It's the same thing as a bank account, practically, And so they're going to be, they're going to be creating these stable coins like crazy. And just about every company, any large company will probably have them. What effect is this going to have on the financial system? I'm trying to sort this out right now. The effect it's going to have on the financial system. Could it actually start withdrawing liquidity from the regular banking system and start depositing into these? What will we call them? We can't call them banks because Facebook's not a bank, but basically you're going to have your money on account with them. You getting what I'm saying? It's like a bank account. If you give them $100, you buy $100 worth of their stable coins. Now it's basically like you got that $100 on account. It's like an account at a bank. In fact, some people out there might actually use these stable coins to store their money. If they're, I'm just sorting this out, but it's like they're becoming banks. This is very unusual, and it's all happening so fast. So Facebook and Samsung are joining the stablecoin craze. It says a new Binance research report on the evolution of stablecoins released on May 15th, 2019 underscores the mounting interest of large companies in stablecoins. Allegedly, these companies are already creating stablecoins and other tradable blockchain-based crypto asset instruments. Thus, they are integrating blockchain technology into their digital wallets and payment systems. This is just happening so fast because there's a lot of money behind it, and all these companies want to get in there first. They want the money, see? a lot of money behind something. If they can make a lot of money, they're going to get in there, they're going to research it, and they're going to get the software out there, and they're going to get it done. And they're going to get it done fast because they want to beat the competition. So stablecoins minted by large companies such as Facebook could significantly disrupt the payment and crypto industry worldwide. Well, what about the banking industry? What about the banking industry? If it's going to disrupt the payment system, it says significantly disrupt the payment and crypto industry worldwide, but it's going to also disrupt the banking system. I can't see any other deal. Banks, everything is integrated into the banking system. Our trucking industries are integrated into the banking system, and our trucking is what brings us our food. Every one of these big trucking companies has a big floor plan, what's called a floor plan that is actually tied into the bank. And if you disrupt the banks too much and the banks start to actually go under, like Deutsche Bank is just teetering on the edge, but I mean, there could be dozens of other banks. If you disrupt the financial system enough, well, this could affect an awful lot of other spin-offs from that, like the trucking industry. How are we going to get our food delivered? If the bank fails, then all of a sudden everything starts to seize up. This is the wheels that grease the system. These new technologies could be extremely destabilizing to the financial system itself. It says stablecoins minted by large companies such as Facebook could significantly disrupt the payment and crypto industry and the banking system. I'm just going to say it right up front. The study concludes, imagine the implications if Facebook starts using its alleged planned digital coin for payment purposes across Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram. And they're probably going to. Of course they're going to use it. It says, imagine the implications if Facebook starts using its alleged planned digital coin for payment purposes across Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram. It says these non-financial companies, Facebook and Samsung, are likely to be less risk-averse than traditional financial companies and have greater incentive to disrupt the payment industry with the added ability to execute at a faster, scalable pace. This is all moving too fast. The whole thing's moving too fast, and it could disrupt the whole world's financial system. At the same time, we've got stuff like trade wars going on. We've got Brexit going on. It's almost like the perfect storm is developing. Honest to gosh, it's almost like the perfect storm is developing to create chaos within the financial structure of the financial system itself, and this chaos is going to bring more people in to the cryptocurrencies, which is going to cause more chaos. I mean, the whole thing is just like a snowball effect, It says the report also points out the critical shortcomings of stablecoins. Unlike Bitcoin technology, for example, the central authority will develop and control the Facebook coin. So basically what they're saying here is that it's not decentralized. This is centralized. It says its ledger will not be immutable. Users will undoubtedly be required to link their Facebook identity to their Facebook coin wallets. But people aren't going to care. People are just going to love having a Facebook wallet on their Facebook. People love Facebook. I mean, all this talk about people hate Facebook, an awful lot of people still love Facebook. And they love their different things like their tweeting and stuff like that. They're always on the social media all day long, They're always seeing what somebody else's pictures are and all this kind of stuff. I'm not really into it, but I mean, I can go years without looking at my Facebook account, That's the thing. Stablecoins becoming integral part to the Bitcoin crypto markets. And so this is what's happening with that. Now, let's go into cryptocurrency itself right now and take a quick look here. We're at 243 billion, 243.5 billion. Let me just refresh the page. 245.9 billion. Bitcoin has been very resilient but it has been dropping like I expected it to drop somewhat. But it's being far more bullish than I ever expected. We are in a bull right now, and the fact that it's not dropping off right now is not dropping off like I thought it would drop off. It's extremely bullish. Well, we'll have to watch it over the next few weeks. Maybe it will drop down. I was expecting it to drop down close to 6,500. But the thing is it's being extremely bullish. I might not get that drop even down that, you know, below 7,000. It might not drop below the 7,000s even. Maybe even it might not even drop below the upper 7,000s. We might not get too much because it's being extremely bullish. I can see that. I was expecting some fast moves downwards today, you know, and what we're getting is sluggish moves downwards in price. You know, I was expecting it to drop quite a significant price drop today and tomorrow, and we didn't get it. We just got a small price drop, you know. It's awfully bullish, and so the next move upwards might be more than we anticipate. The next leg up, you know, and it's probably coming within the next month or two, you know, the next leg up in this whole thing. I think, personally, my opinion is that we're back in the bull market, and we're probably on our way up to like $100,000, you know, over the next 6 to 8 months, you know. It's going to be quite a ride. The thing is trying to find the peak, you know, in all of this when it gets up there, you know. But, you know, I have to keep telling you guys, this is not financial advice, and don't go maxing your credit cards out on Bitcoin, because this is an extremely volatile, extremely dangerous asset. It's running on computers, and, you know, even though it's never had a fault to it yet, there's still certain things in there that could be dangerous for it. Like one of the things is what's called a 51% attack. You know, it's never happened before, but it's a vulnerability that Bitcoin has. If somebody can get more than 51% of the network computing power of Bitcoin, then they can basically destroy Bitcoin. And that's a flaw in Bitcoin itself, is a 51% attack. And there's other things, you know, that could happen. One of the things is scalability issues. The network's only capable of handling 7 transactions per second. And that could become an issue at some point. If too many voluminous transactions start flooding into the network, it could slow it down, bog it down. There's a number of issues. Bitcoin was the first coin. And even though it has first mover advantage and all the money is flooded into it and everything, the way it's designed and everything is not as good, I would say, as some of these newer coins that are more capable. But because it's got first mover advantage, it's never going to let go of that king's position. It's the king, you know, and all these other coins are like lesser than the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is the king. And I think it's going to maintain that king position. But, you know, it is a risky asset. It can drop $1,000 in a day, you know? And so you got to be careful not to invest more money than you can afford to lose in this. But at the same time, I think we're in a pretty good, strong bull market. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin price right now. 77.90. Let me refresh the page. 78.72. Like I say, it's being very resilient. It wants to move upwards. So listen, thank you guys for listening to this market report, and we'll catch you again very, very soon. Bye-bye, guys.